This HAN Network video is brought to you by Galt Energy and Home Solutions. On the campus of Ridgefield High School, this is the HAN Network's 2017 Winter Sports Tour. I'm Frank Granito, sitting alongside the indoor track and field captains for the Tigers. They are Samantha Petruzzelli, Julia Hergenrother, Julia McSpedon, and Anna Landler. Girls, thank you so much for taking time with us this afternoon. Let me start with you, Samantha. We were just talking before. You guys back at practice. It's got to be a little tough. It's pretty cold out there right now.
Yeah, it is pretty cold. I mean, it's always funny how they say it's indoor track when there's no indoor track to be seen.
Very early indoor, but let's talk a little bit about the emotion of being back at practice, though, alongside the girls. How's it been these first few days?
I love being back at practice. I wait for it every day when it's not season. Everyone's so great, and we all come together as a team.
And Julia, let's talk a little bit about what these first few days of practice have been like. How are you guys going about getting back into the flow of things and getting ready for that first race?
I think we're really just scoping out the new people on the team. There are a lot of new freshmen that we're really excited about. A lot of soccer girls transferred from soccer to track. Sometimes it's hard to change sports, but we really do it pretty well, and we're really excited.
And now, Julia, with those new girls coming to the team, what role does this group play in helping some of these soccer transfers and the freshmen get acclimated to being a part of this roster?
Well, we usually start the first couple practices with time trials just to get girls used to the types of events that we run and how practices really work. And then we kind of divide out into workout groups, and everyone pretty much has the deal down for how we conduct practice by the end of the week.
Anna, you're obviously going to play a big part with all those soccer transfers. We want to offer congratulations on a state championship. Coming off that winning experience, what do you think the biggest key will be for the track and field team to be as successful as the Tiger soccer team was this fall?
I think that ultimately it just came down to desire to work as hard as we possibly could, not only for ourselves but for one another, and track can be and should be just as much of a team sport as any other, so that's what we're striving for.
And a big part of that team sport comes outside of practice, what you guys do off the track. A big group like this, how do you go about building team camaraderie with the whole team?
I think it's key to, well, first of all, we have spirit wear, and you have to wear that and get people excited and just make sure that when people are coming out there for practice that you're promoting just enthusiasm and bonding. So.
Now, Julia, you were telling us before, you've got a pretty funny story for one of your favorite track memories. You broke a hurdle mid-race. We've got to hear more about that.
So it was my sophomore year, and I was in the middle of a race. The girl actually next to me had false started, so we had to restart the whole race. And I got over one hurdle, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm doing good, doing great, you know? I was feeling good. And then I get to the second hurdle, and my leg just doesn't get up high enough or something. It just didn't want to cooperate. And so I just kicked straight through the hurdle, and the white bar across the top of the hurdle broke off.
It's pretty impressive. I'm assuming you probably won that race, too, though, with that kind of power.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, but let me ask you this now. If you guys wanted to set expectations for the season, what is this group hoping to accomplish together this year?
I think we always do very well at FCIACs and states, and so we're just trying to keep up that strong competition. We have lost a lot of seniors from last year who are really strong, but we have a ton of new freshmen who seem to have good opportunities for the future, so that's what we're looking forward to.
And Julia, with that young group of freshmen coming in, a lot of promise there, what do you think the biggest key will be for this team in achieving their goals this year?
I really think it's just motivating them and showing them, if we can do it, you can do it too. It's really about being a big team and showing them the reins, and if you do that, I think they're going to be really inspired to follow along.
Samantha, at the end of the year, when we look back on this indoor track and field team, what's going to make this a special group compared to those of the past here at Ridgefield?
Well, I'm hoping that we can, like Julia said, win a few championship meets, and I'm really hoping that we can also, a couple of us, make it to nationals, because I know that was really important to me in the past few years. And I think just looking back, if we all achieved a personal goal, I think it'll be a really memorable year.
Well, girls, we're really excited to see what you're bringing to the track this season. We want to wish you and the rest of the team best of luck. Thank you so much for taking time with us.
Thank you.
Alongside the indoor track and field captains at Ridgefield High, this is the HAN Network's 2017 Sports Tour. Stay tuned as we roll on through the rest of the conference.